A damning new report from Dropsite News is exposing the inner workings of Canary Mission, the pro-Israel group whose central mission is to destroy the lives of anyone in the United States who has the audacity to be critical of Israel. Now, Dropsite discovered a Canary Mission affiliated website, an unlisted website known as Black Nest. And it reveals the group's plans to essentially expand their mission. And it also shows exactly how they like to celebrate various things that they've accomplished, including deportations and firings of Israel's critics. Now, Canary Mission's entire agenda is to dox pro-Palestinian activists and anyone who dares speak out against what Israel has been carrying out in the Middle East, certainly in Gaza. They publish workplaces, photos, family members, so family members can be terrorized and harassed, like my husband has been. They also go after, they basically put out as much personal information as they can about their targets and then pressure their place of work to fire them. And unfortunately, we have all sorts of employers throughout this country that are just terrified of any backlash. So they do the bidding of these disgusting individuals who don't even live here in the United States. They're not even Americans. So their targets have included students Mahmoud Khalil and Rumiesa Ozturk, that was the Tufts University student, PhD student, who had co-written an op-ed drawing attention to various investments that the school had made that was benefiting, the Israeli defense companies. Now, they were both arrested, by the way, and detained by ICE, and that was the good hard work of Canary Mission. Now that we're acquainted with who Canary Mission is or what they do, Black Nest, their unlisted site, was accessed through the back end of Canary Mission's website and wasn't intended to be found publicly. But Dropsite News does great work. They found it. And so as they explain in their reporting, Black Nest is just one of the names of several unlisted websites and content management systems used by Canary Mission, whose doxing operation is run out of Israel and used by the highest levels of the Trump administration. We know how much Trump loves to be told what to do by his boss or bosses over in Israel, right? So, in Black Nest's web development content, they admit that their goal is to ruin people's lives through these pressure campaigns that they do. The website categorizes the group's impacts in two categories: change of behavior, job loss, denials of entry to the US, arrests, and deportation/forced to flee. I thought the change of behavior was particularly interesting because they are basically stalking critics of Israel to see if their pressure campaign has effectively silenced them from criticizing Israel. So don't do it. Don't let them scare you. These people are thugs, they're not Americans. You shouldn't kowtow to foreigners who don't give a damn about this country and only care about a genocidal regime that we should have nothing to do with. So the site also includes operational and personnel information about Canary Mission. Fun. So over 30 unique doxers appear to have created fake Facebook and other social media accounts to track and screenshot information about profiled pro-Palestine activists and students. The Facebook accounts are friends with each other, and the fake identities are all presented as Americans, of course, of varying ethnic backgrounds. My favorite is when it's an obvious Israeli posing as like a Muslim or an Iranian, or in some cases, even a Palestinian. And then they're just trashing Palestinians the whole time. It's like, I don't know about you. This is a new account and you seem super sus. But additionally, a team overview page lists a staff achievement of someone named Sherry, who identified the activist from a viral video, and Nora is lauded for completing the Stanford arrest profiles. So that likely refers to the students, the Stanford students who were added to Canary Mission's site after participating in some of the pro-Palestine marches and protests on campus in 2024. Now, a team update section offers a branding update with instructions to the team to add a tagline to all posts about New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani. Quote, a vote for Mamdani is a vote for chaos in New York City. A lot of New York City individuals who happen to be Jewish voted for him. That's really interesting. So I love the fact that their little propaganda campaign didn't work when it comes to, preventing the election of Mamdani or the election of anyone. It doesn't even matter. Like, it could be a politician I have no interest in whatsoever. I think it's wrong for foreigners to meddle in our elections. Remember when Democrats had a problem with that? At least when they pretended to have a problem with foreigners meddling in our elections. So anyway, let's talk about their previous goals and their plans for the future, because they do plan to expand. So Black Nest also gives insight into some of Canary Mission's more specific goals, both past and present. So the site featured a 21-page strategic planning document for one day in July before being deleted. So the PDF listed the group's core values. So fight those who hate the Jewish people. No one's mentioning Jewish people unless they're literally anti-Semites. Anti-Semites just say the Jews. They don't hide it. Okay, if you listen to Nick Fuentes' show, right, or if you've seen any of his clips that go viral on the internet, he doesn't say Zionists, he doesn't say the Israeli government, he doesn't say IDF, he says global Jewry. Okay, the critics of Israel, which I am part of, are critical of a foreign country. Just as all sorts of Zionists are critical of Iran. Oh, does that mean that they're Islamophobe? I mean, yeah, they are kind of Islamophobes, to be honest with you. But anyway, let me move on. Obviously, this is not about hating Jewish people. It's about hating a genocidal regime that has carried out assassinations in sovereign countries. I mean, I was reading a list of Israeli assassinations around the world dating back decades. They've assassinated people all across the globe in all sorts of sovereign countries, including Western countries, Belgium, France. But God forbid you say anything negative about that precious country, that special country, that genocidal, disgusting country. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it every day, and I'm gonna fight every day until our country and our taxpayers are no longer slaves to that disgusting genocidal regime. But the document also outlines the group's core targets from 2021 to 2024 at dismantling the core 7, AMP, SJP, INN, JVP, CARE, WOL, FJP, referring to major pro-Palestine student and activist groups and nonprofits. So these are the bullet points in the target section of the document. So anonymity as a tool to scare the enemy. I'm not scared of you bitches. Attack the messenger, not the message. Well, they're real good at that, but by attacking the messenger, not the message, what they've effectively done is cheapen the word anti-Semite, and no one buys the claim that someone's anti-Semitic anymore, even if they are anti-Semitic. So congratulations, morons. There's more, providing real consequence for anti-Semitism and anti-Israel activism. F Israel. I have no problem with Jewish people. I have a problem with Jewish people who think it's okay to slaughter innocents because they're special and they think that they have the right to do it. I have a problem with them. So it's not really about the fact they're Jewish. It's really about their ideology, their inhumane behavior. That's what I've got a problem with. But I'll continue. Data-driven expertise in North American anti-Semitism. Impact-driven, we change the behavior of the enemy. Not all of them. Bottom-up approach, using individuals to take down orgs. We are the adult in the room. We are the adult in the room. They're literally stalking, they're foreigners stalking American citizens for their political speech against a foreign country. You're the adults in the room? They're the most weak, pathetic, whiny bitches on the planet who literally make a name for themselves destroying people's lives because their feelings
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.